We're live.
27 p.m.
All right, I call this first special meeting of the 12th Undergraduate to order. I will begin by calling the roll. Senator Pintar.
Here.
Senator Lixty.
Here.
Senator Hankins.
Here.
Senator Gale.
Here.
Senator Rogers. Here. Senator Bartow.
Here.
Senator Mays.
Here.
Senator Pugh.
Here.
Senator McKenna.
Here by proxy.
Senator Palmer.
Here.
Senator Ferreira.
Here.
Senator Conover. Senator Senator Grant. Senator Adeli.
Here.
Senator Borowski.
Here.
Senator Ham.
Here.
Senator Litzenberg. Here. Senator Wolf.
Here.
Senator Sheehan.
Here.
Senator Hall.
Here by proxy.
Senator Zangi. Here. Senator Piano.
Here.
Senator Horn.
Here.
And Senator Majeski.
Here.
Okay. Is there any discussion on the agenda?
Yeah, I have a point of inquiry.
Yes.
I plan on motioning or motioning to ask you when you're reading the classes in the schools to just do it as a block. So say like the COGOT elections. And if anyone has an issue with any of those, they can at that point like say they want to decertify. Would you like me to make that motion in the agenda? Okay. So does everyone get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Are you streaming? Teamwork.
Yeah, it's operating.
My friend can listen.
Yep.
That's what they did in JSAT.
Okay.
Can you turn this laptop towards them without this? Or is this? What is that back here? I think that's this side.
It's just a second. There we go. Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. Is this your,
That is exactly my intended motion.
okay, everybody see this?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to vote on it because we didn't approve the agenda yet, so if you don't approve of this, don't approve the agenda.
Yes.
So is there any discussion on the agenda? If not, I will consider it adopted, okay. We'll go back. Okay, is there? Okay, the agenda has been adopted. Is there any member of the public wishing to speak at this time? Seeing none, we will move to reports from officers. Mr. Bell.
Alright, so, the election cycle went pretty smoothly, in my opinion. It wasn't until the last 24 hours that the comptroller race became extremely complex, to say the least. But everything else went smoothly, in my opinion. Lisa did its job during the election cycle. The Elections Commission, including me as the Elections Commissioner and my deputies, Jacob Bedros and Gabby Shinsky, did their job, and we advised candidates when questions were asked. I just tried to do as promptly as possible. I was raising no concerns of my competence during the elections, and I just want to say that I believe that we should go with the ruling of JSA and certifying this as a fair and just election.
Okay, are there any questions for the commissioner?
Do you think that any of the cases that were done by the J board were affecting the president's race at all?
No.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, seeing none. Is there no? Seeing none, thank you very much. Okay, Sheriff Joseph Demissy.
Hey everyone, my name is Hannah Dennison, and oh no, I was gonna call you out. But, oh. I'm sorry. But so basically what we said from JSEP's point of view, we interpret policy, and I think we did a good job to that ability to interpret policy for those who need it. I would send the interpretation we sent to me, I sent out to the rest of JSEP to be voted on. In terms of like what we said last 24 hours, and that was rough, but we certified elections and we say we continue and certified elections here in the Senate.
Any questions?
To the best of your knowledge, did the case involving the two candidates for comptroller have any impact on voting itself?
In my personal opinion, what's been brought to me as a woman here, I personally do not think so. Also because the public is not aware of the issue at hand, so I feel like there was a bias in terms of voting because they voted on who they thought was the best candidate.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, see, then you can stay down here. I'm gonna explain the process really quick because I know it's very confusing. So, I'm going to ask Hannah JSEP's decision. She's gonna, I think all of the races were certified, but we're gonna ask. Then I will entertain any motion to reconsider the decision. If there's no motion to reconsider, I will declare that race certified, or the races as we've grouped. If there is a motion to reconsider, we'll do it just like regular debate, and then we'll vote on that, okay? Does that make sense? So if you don't say anything, I'm gonna declare it certified. So, going down, the first race, student government president, chair of JSEP. What was the decision of JSEP?
Certified.
Okay, I will now entertain any motion to reconsider the decision of JSEP for the race of president, student government president. Seeing none, I declare the race certified. Okay. Student government vice president.
Certified.
Certified. Is there any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, I will certify that race. Student government comptroller.
Certified.
Is there any motion to reconsider? Mr. Senator Sue.
I motion to reconsider.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Sorry, we'll move into a period of debate now. So is there any discussion?
One parliamentary first.
Yes.
What is the specific thing we consider?
So, right now, you are debating whether to reconsider the decision of JSEP. At the end, I will say all those in favor of reconsidering the decision say yes.
And if we vote yes, then
You overturn JSEP's certification. Does that make sense?
And that
So you're
can be
certifying it. Okay, so we're in a period of debate. Is there any discussion? Is there?
I just want to say, like, given the intensity of our prior meeting, I think it just calls to question, like, how this race actually went. I think, given the fact that the case that was brought against was on the basis of harassment, let alone, I think that calls into question whether or not to certify this race.
Senator Malpassy?
So first off, I just want to say that I think Jason did do a really good job. And with all the information that was provided here, I think you made the right decision. Before I say what I think, I'm just gonna clarify, like, I voted for Elizabeth. I'm just gonna be super honest. So if you want to take what I say with a grain of salt, please do. Like, just know my biases. But I worry that no one knows what happened, and because there's a pending situation, it makes sense to decertify. I did not vote, or I voted in favor of sustaining President Torriente's suspension, or yeah, thank you, state of exception, because I was worried that that would result in one candidate just eventually being removed from the ballot altogether, no matter what, and that made me anxious because I don't think that's necessarily fair for Christine either. I don't know what happened. This decertification is a clean slate. The process and conduct with like adult administrators that are not politically invested in this election will happen on its own, which I think is more appropriate than this prior situation. And then whatever vote happens. That's just my opinion. I respect everyone else's.
Senator, thank
Adding on to what Sarah said, there was an elections violation, that's why we need to decertify.
What is inquiry?
you. Yes.
Can the elections commissioner participate in this debate?
We have to read, grant your speech.
Right.
Is there a motion?
Yeah, I motion.
Okay, there is a second. All those in favor, is there any discussion? Giving Louise speaking rights. Seeing none. All those in favor of granting him speaking rights say yay.
Yay.
Those who say nay. The opinion of the chair. Is there any other discussion?
Right, so I'm just gonna stand up because I guess you can hear me properly. The case, regardless, to my opinion, will not, like, if you guys vote to decertify this race and essentially overturn Jacob's decision, which declared that it was a fair election, then there will have to be a special election where candidates will have to declare again, the whole process we run through, and then it'll go back to the Senate, which would not stop Christine from running again or any candidate. Just to make that clear. Another thing is that there is still gonna be if student conduct code, if they decide to hear this and to take action on this, then the Senate will know and can take action even if said candidate was to be in office or not, right?
Also a question for the Commissioner. Okay. To what extent, if any, does he believe that decertification and the ensuing special election would result in reduced voter turnout in the race for comptroller? To what extent?
Considering how the elections went with voter turnout, I think we would have a really big reduction in voter turnout.
Senator Barnes, I have a question. Why do you think there'd be a reduction in the race just by itself?
It's because already, so what was, by my understanding of how I've seen the results, what has spiked up a lot, the elections, has been, through my past experience also, the number of races in an election, which spikes up voter turnout, which then spikes up how many people vote for each election. By there only being one, that would decrease significantly the amount of voter turnout. Having already done one special election in the past, I know from personal experience that this does decrease the voter turnout.
Senator Mays.
To go off the Commissioner's point, we've all also been through a special election, and I think you'll recall that voter turnout was extremely low. And also keep in mind that the comptroller position takes over pretty soon, like May 1st is the transition day, and just the timeline for voting might be short. Like it took a long time last time, so it's the timeline.
Senator Warren.
Okay, I just want to point out something that Hannah said earlier that I really liked. None of this was an issue until today after voting. People already voted for who they thought was the best candidate, and I genuinely feel like a vote for decertification is almost like voting for voter suppression because they already cast the ballot, they said who it was, and just the harassment. I definitely understand how serious harassment is, but just looking at some social media posts from both sides, I really feel like the harassment thing would easily just go away, and it should go away, seeing the fact that I don't really think that there's grounds for harassment, but we need to do better, guys. We need to do better. I really don't think that we should certify this.
Senator Rogers.
So we've heard time and time again from multiple people, from the election commissioner, from the Joint Committee on Election Policy, whose job it is to provide the rules for elections, to oversee them, and to then certify the elections if they think those elections were held in a fair way. And we've heard that since the public had no knowledge of this case, the elections were very likely not affected by the case. Now, on the flip side, if the case were to come up, and if we were to decertify, and if there were to be a special election, even if Christine Machovic is found innocent, it's entirely possible and even probable that her election chances would be harmed just based on the fact that a case is brought against her, even if that case has no merit and she's found not guilty.
Senator Biano.
When would this special election approximately, due to your experience, be held?
All right, so.
During finals week? No, this is a legit question because,
All right, so in the time of my planning for the previous special election that I administrated, it approximately took me a week. Consider that it was a senator position for COGOD, which is not in high demand. And sorry to clap, but it took me 2 weeks just for that one, and I didn't have to reserve rooms, and I didn't have to make information sessions. I did. Anyways, I did it just for the benefit of people.
but this time I will have to secure rooms, secure a lot of other things, so it would take me, I would say, I wanna start the election by mid of April. If that were to happen.
And then can I put something on the floor?
Sure.
So like at that time, going off to what Sam already said, just during that time when students have final, a lot of things are going on. I don't believe the harassment charge should go away anyways, but going back to what the election commissioner said, if there's something to be found, we can take action. And as a student body of student leaders, we can follow this case closely and take actions if needed.
Okay, I see there's more people. Let me clarify something. Right now, when we end this debate and vote, we are voting to reconsider. That does not mean overturn.
Oh.
So there's two parts. So right now, we're debating on reconsidering. If we reconsider, then we will move to debate and vote on overturning the decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are the voting thresholds?
Okay, to reconsider, it is a simple majority. To overturn, it is 2/3.
Got them all.
Okay, I saw,
You have two grandma
Alright,
bars.
Senator Horn.
Senator Piano, I should say,
They're
I
all
was
for
the
my.
special election I was in, and I didn't even come in until second semester, and that was for KOGOT. I wasn't running against anybody. There's
Bless you.
no demand for KOGOT. So I'm just saying, if that took that long to run an election for one person, just like, let's imagine how long this is gonna take for all of them to campaign again. And like, I didn't really have anything to worry about or anybody else to worry about, like with winning this election. And like, that was stressful for me, so like, why put them through the stress of like having to run against another person? Like, that's really unfair.
I just wanna make a note that you guys can't follow conduct cases closely as like they progress, like those are private. So you guys won't know what happens in that unless the people involved in that decide to disclose that information.
I believe that the Senate has heard enough from all of the speakers, so I move to vote. Or close the
Second.
There's been a motion to close debate, there was a second, is there any discussion? Any discussion on closing the debate? Okay, so we will now move to vote. So, we are voting to go vote, okay? All those in favor of voting to vote?
Aye.
Aye.
No, no.
All those opposed, say nay. Okay, ayes have it, now we will vote on reconsidering. So a majority is needed to reconsider Jason's decision, this is not overturn.
Wait.
Majority to reconsider, which is what we're doing, then we'll go to overturn. So, all those in favor of reconsidering JSEP's decision, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Any of the chair, the nays have it, so we will not reconsider, so I will declare this race certified. Okay, student government secretary. Certified, is there any?
No.
This is short right now.
I will now entertain a motion to reconsider the decision of JSEP for the race of student government secretary. Seeing none, I declare this race certified. Class of 2018 races. I will entertain a motion to reconsider. Seeing none, I declare the 2018 races certified. 2019 race. Is there any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, I declare the 2019 races certified. 2020 races. Is there any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, I declare 2020 races certified. College of Arts and Sciences. Is there any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, I declare College of Arts and Sciences races certified. KOGOT. Motion to reconsider.
Guys, we're killing this meeting.
Seeing none, I declare KOGOT races certified. School of Communications. Is there any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, Communications certified. School of International Service. Any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, certified. School of Public Affairs. Any motion to reconsider? Seeing none, certified. No oral business. Is there any member of the public wishing to speak at this time? Seeing,
I move to adjourn.
there's been a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Things to the
That's it.